Shalom, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Barakatham, to the Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing his truth in 100% sincerity. Giving double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, right? And actually, Salakia, first and foremost, giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Ruchakwadash, right? And giving double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. So, I just kind of wanted to speak on and make a video lesson about the things that have been going on this past week with the banking system, the economy, and things like that, man. And just kind of just put my little 2 cents in there and just kind of do a lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to those, to the hopeful elect and those that may be tuning in, right? So, as we know, the I believe three or four, maybe 2 or 3 different major U.S. banks have went under, right? They've went under and are no longer in existence. Signature Bank being one of them. Silicon Valley Bank, another one. And, I just kind of wanted to address that because we also have our president, well, not our president, but the president of the United States, Joe Biden, trying to reassure the American citizens and saying that everything is going to be okay, everything's going to be cool. And we know through biblical prophecy that all in all, everything is not going to be okay. Everything is not going to be cool because it's biblical prophecy that America, Babylon the Great, will take a nosedive, right? And that society as we know it will never be the same again, right? So, let's go ahead and start off with 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3, and it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape," right? So Biden right now is trying to reassure the American citizens peace and safety, right? But we know, as a thief in the night, all of a sudden, that everything is going to hit the fan. Society is going to crumble right before our eyes unexpectedly, right? Or unexpectedly to the average American, right? Because the average American doesn't have this knowledge and this truth. Only the Israelites, right? And mainly only the elect of the nation of Israel have this 100% truth where we're not going to be left in the darkness, right? So look, let's continue reading. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness," right? The elect of the nation of Israel are not in the darkness because we have this 100% truth. You know what I'm saying? And it says that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, right? The 2/3, the rest of these Americans. But let us watch and be sober, right? Because we're supposed to be watching, being sober, right? Not turning up, not partying, not overindulging and turning up, overindulging and partying, right? Just recently out here in St. Louis on Tuesday, March 14th, they just had 314 Day, right? And it's basically a day where Jake just celebrates being from St. Louis, right? And, everybody was partying, everybody was turning up, having a good time. And just this weekend, 2 major banks collapsed, right? 2 major banks went under. And the state of our people is in drunkenness. They're sleeping. They're asleep, not even thinking about what this could entail, what this could possibly bring, right? What we need to do to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Why is this happening? Jake ain't thinking about none of this stuff, man. And frankly, it's a lot of Israelites that's in this truth who's supposed to know about this stuff. Ain't even thinking about this stuff, man. So those of you who have this truth, right, the 100% truth given to us by the elders and apostles from Great Millstone, we're not in darkness. We're not asleep. We're not drunk as others are. You know what I'm saying? Verse 7, it says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation. Because we're hoping to get saved out of this place, right? Because we're watching, we're praying, we're keeping up with the prophecies, keeping up with current events, linking them with the scriptures so that we know what times that we're in. And we're hoping that when that time comes, when Yahweh Shai, right, or when Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai decides to send his only begotten son back to this planet Earth, we'll be ready. We will have proven our faith. You know, we will have been proven that we are worthy to be saved from the destruction of Babylon the Great, right? So look, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, right? So the grinders talking about the workforce, right? The jobs, you know, people's livelihoods, how they make money, right? These things are going to cease because why? The economy in Babylon the Great is going to crash. As we see, man, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of layoffs happening as we speak. I think, what company? It was another major company, another major tech company that said that they plan on laying off 10,000 more people, right? So there's a lot of turmoil that's going to come from that, right? When people don't have jobs, when people aren't able to make money and they aren't able to find jobs or find work to provide for their families. And then add on top of that, famine, right? Scarcity of food, right? You know what I'm saying? When everything hits the fan and the supply chain starts to crumble, right? This society that we live in is going to turn into something that we've never seen here on this earth ever before. Oh, Slakia. Gotta go to the Apocrypha. Here we go. So this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 22. And it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. Why? Why is everybody going to be suddenly afraid? It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. People are going to be afraid of each other because people are going to be turning on each other, right? Turning on each other. You know what I'm saying? Trying to rob each other, trying to take what another person has. If somebody seems to have more than the next man, you know, they're going to try and take what you have. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people are going to be afraid, right? People are going to be afraid to come outside, to walk down the street, do these daily activities that we do here in Babylon the Great right? People are going to be afraid to even step outside their homes because of the climate that the broken and the fallen society is going to be at that time. There's going to be no police, right? There's going to be none of the civil protections that we have and enjoy to this day, right? Those are not going to be available at that time. So look, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Right? So in these days, in these coming days, man, a lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to be taken, as in killed, by what? The sword, the famine, pestilences, right? Just these things, these everyday things, or not these everyday things, but these things that are written in the scriptures that are going to plague Babylon the Great, right? And also the world. These things are going to, diminish the population and the people on the planet, right? Let's go here. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 25 and 32. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground, right? So it's going to be so many people that are going to die in those days, right? That their bodies are just going to be left where they're at, left on the streets, left in the homes, wherever they take their last breath at, that's just where their bodies are going to be left. And those that are alive, they're just going to step over, walk around, not consider, you know what I'm saying, that, these bodies should be buried or anything like that, right? And because, this place is going to come upon hard times, hard, trying times. This is the book of Luke, chapter 18. And Salakia, chapter 18 and verse 8. It says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Actually, let me start at verse 6. It says, and the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith, and shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth, right? So this is the day that we're looking for. We're looking for that day of vengeance, right? We're looking and preparing for that day of vengeance when the Lord sends those spirits out on the earth to bring forth his judgments, right? And we're already living in times of judgment, but in that day, judgment is going to be heavy. Judgment is going to be heavy, right? Heavy. Judgment is going to be so common in this place, man. People are going to be getting judged left and right in that day. And that's what we're looking for, right? We're looking for that day because we know that that day is going to be closer to the coming of Yahweh Shai, right? So look, I'm going to close out with this one. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 20 and verse 4. And it says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. I don't think this is the one that I wanted. Um, I don't think this is the one that I wanted. Slakia for that. But I'm going to just go ahead and close out with that, right? So, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to those of the hopeful elect, right? Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.